Hello, this is teddygaming and welcome back to another special video. Because today's one, we're going to be breaking down the tmnt RW issue 134 issue. So yeah, it's been a while since we've broken down any of the ongoing series in terms of I'm getting games, I'm getting Alliance, or even the ongoing title. So it's quite a relief to have this issue come out. But then we do have when they released those solicitations for November, they also did a few for December, which was also a bit quite interesting, and we got quite a few which I was not expecting, but this is one of the first ones, and I feel like we should probably do this one first, just because this was because I think this is actually the first one to come out from all the new solicitations, and this one's coming out in early November. So yeah, I feel like we should break down the description for this issue, and yeah. So the description goes as follows. With his brothers away on their own mission, Donatello must seek special help to protect a new friend, Regenta Circe, a Triceratops who's been hunted by Ultram assassins hell-bent on destroying her own people. Meanwhile, Jenica has her hands full maintaining law and order and trusts in Mutant Town in the wake of mutant terrorist attacks on the NYC. Okay, so yeah, there's quite a lot to break down here. I mean, it's not really too much, but there's something at the very least. So I want to go over the Jenica stuff because I feel like that's probably going to be the most interesting part about this issue. Now, it says that she's going to have to protect Mutant Town from some terrorists, and if I've been reading all the solicitations, then you'd know who these are, which are the clone turtles of sorts. Basically, these turtles are the ones in the white bandanas, and that's all we really know from it so far. And what we learned from the Armageddon Alliance issue 1, which was the Cry issue, we learned that basically Kryos will be dealing with these ones maybe as well. So I'm not sure they're gonna have if the two are gonna tie in together. I would like to think so, but I do think this is definitely gonna be the more interesting part about the issue, as we're gonna learn a lot more about Mutant Town, I'd say, what the people want, and most likely Mutant Town people probably doing another protest against the turtles, wanting something different and stuff like that, and may want to break the wall and live in more like normal society. So what Hob wants. So you know, I feel like this issue is going to be a really interesting one in terms of what it could potentially be leading up to in terms of story for Mutant Town, for Clone Turtles. This was definitely going to be the more interesting part about it, and yeah, this really has intrigued me quite a lot in terms of oh, they could do this could happen, this could happen. But as I'm reading it out loud, or reading it now, I'm saying there's not really too much to this, but I feel like there's going to be a lot more to it. So with the first part of Donatello saving Regenta Circe, so the first bit with his brothers away on their own missions, we have learned from the Armageddon Games tie-in comic that each of the turtles will be going off into their own separate missions, with Shredder and Leonardo. I think they're going off to get Shibare and Turnstone. You got Mikey and the Neutrinos going off to get Nova Posse, and then you have Raph going off to get Old Hob and maybe the Weasels. So it's quite interesting to see why Donatello wasn't taken away on any special mission. But yeah, that's going to be quite an interesting part about the issues, seeing why Donatello wasn't part of it. I don't know if we're going to get this in this issue or going to get in the previous issue, but yeah. And then we also got the Regenta Circe type of thing where Donatello has to save her from all different Ultrams, which are basically going to go after her and kill her. I can see a lot of interesting stuff being played out here in terms of what they could do with just a big long battle. I'm sort of envisioning something like how they did with the Shredder Strikes Back Part 1 from 2003 show, or the What Goes Around Comes Around storyline, where they're just chasing around the city by foot soldiers. I'm sort of hoping for something like that, both Ultrams and the Triceratops. I feel like that could be a really interesting take on the story. I'm not too sure where the story could go though. I mean, besides from Sherelle really playing a big role in the things, and he has some sort of significance for the story in terms of going against Krang, I do find it a bit weird that they're going to go really hard in with this storyline with this, and not maybe do this in a future storyline after the Armageddon Games. Okay, so now for some covers. We did get two. You got the first one by Ferro Penchi, which I'm not gonna lie, it just looks so amazing. You just had this one big Krang, which I'm sort of theorizing that maybe it could be Shrel, but I don't think that really matters too much just because it's just an Utrom really, just looking at the turtles. But I'll definitely have to say that mark on his, was it left eye? It really does really intrigue me in terms of like who that character is and not Shrel, how they get their mark. I'm really hoping for it to be Shrel. But yeah, we do got Donatello and Cersei at the bottom, and Regenta I mean. But yeah, like there's not really too much to this cover, but it just looks so cool. I just think that's more like a realistic take on it. Also, I think that the colours really work well, like amazingly, and just really give it a more of a realistic feel to it. Now, the other cover which we did get, which was from Gavin Smith, which is the cover RI, which is the 110 variant, which I would say looks really nice as well, and this does definitely give me like different artist type vibes here. So we got Donatello and Magenta stand behind the rock. There's not really too much here. Donatello's art style here, it reminds me of someone. I'm not too sure what type of artist it is. I'm pretty sure they have done, or Gavin Smith has worked on Donatello's before, because his art style is, I remember something like this, but I'm not too sure where I've seen it before. But then if we do look in the background of this cover, we do get the Krang, and they look really amazing. I do like the different variety colours for the Krang, or Utroms. I mean, got a yellow one, and mainly pink. So I'm sort of wondering why we got a yellow one. I'm not too sure they'll have anything to do with the story, but well, you just never know. But then I would say that the art style for Krang, Utroms, definitely do give me more of a Kevin Eastman type feel with it. I'm not too sure if anyone else does feel that from looking at these Krang, God's sake, Utroms in terms of the art style, as it really does give me more of that like, really early Mirage feel to things. And I'd say it works really well. It sort of has a little bit convinced me to try and get this cover, but oh god, I love the cover A bit too much for me to just go with the cover RI one. Oh god, they're just amazing. Both of them are wow, just wow. Okay, but yeah, that's really it for this description breakdown thing. What do you think of this description? Are you looking forward to it? What do you think is going to happen? I've already said what I think is going to happen, but I'm really interested in hearing what you have to say about this in the comments below, as I feel like this could potentially lead up to quite a bit of discussion in terms of things that could potentially happen in this comic, in terms of like what the Clone Tales could be doing, what Genta and Donatello will be doing to like survive, and Utrom stuff. There's so much stuff in here which I feel like is going to be really interesting, and I feel like maybe a big talking point amongst fans. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you do love this one, please share, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.